So today we'll be looking at a very serious and delicate issue. Yes, that is something that is very, like everyday thing in everybody's life, which is about marriage. So I'm here to tell you today that marriage is the rule of men. Marriage has never been the will of God. Yeah, some of you want to doubt this and you want to argue. But before you can argue this with me, you must be a person that is well read and that have done lots of researches before you can argue this. You cannot just want to argue this as somebody that just maybe what you just feel that you know from culture that have gone from generation to generation. There are some truths that are being kept as secret that you don't know, and you say you want to know, but when they let you to know it, you still come up and still want to argue. But today I'm telling you this, and I will hope after this video, if you listen to the end, then you will understand how marriage is the rule of men and not the will of God. So in the Garden of Eden, now God gave Eve to Adam. And when God gave Eve to Adam, and Eve went to bring the fruit from the serpents and gave to Adam and all. Remember, when God came and was calling out for Adam, he said he was naked, and God said, how did you know you were naked? And he said to God, the woman you gave me the fruit. Now, the woman you gave me, God gave him a woman for companionship and multiplication, not for marriage. God gave him because God have the authority to give. He gave him a companion. Now, him telling God that the woman you gave me was a kind of a word of insult, or a word of you are blaming your creator, that the person that gave you something that is what you gave him that caused the issue, So now God also, when he drove them out of the Garden of Eden, that they don't have access to all those things, right? All the things he gave them. Also, the woman he gave him, he said he was taken away from men, that God will not give food to men. You got to till ground. God will not give a woman to a man that you come back and blame him. So now, men now was tilling the ground, and now men now need woman for companionship and multiplication. Every animal, both we that are the higher animals, they all have that instinct to want to procreate their generation or their genealogy. So they want a woman, but they don't have the authority to go and give themselves a woman. So the man went to God and asked for God to give them the rule, the power of the rule, and also make it a law for them to be able to go and give themselves a woman in the name of marriage. The marriage, there is authority. So that they used to get and give themselves a woman that they will have dominion over. So now, guys, now at this point, when a man is not having a woman in their life, you see the man have the whole dominion. The woman, you have to submit, right? Submit to the man, and the man have to cherish. In this aspect of this dominion, most of the people are now, what sort of, is it how it's supposed to be? But there's something that now happened, that now the power of that marriage is for them to own that particular woman, that there won't be adultery. The woman will not belong to another man. And also for them to be able to multiply and other things, and also to even bear children. But in this aspect of having dominion over the woman, we need to look at this. How is it that God allowed the man to now did God allow man or give man the go ahead to make this rule or to have it as a law that of this marriage, this power to have dominion over a woman? They'll go and get a woman for themselves to bear children in their name, to continue their lineage. The woman have to submit. Sometimes I wonder when women argue so much and they feel so bad. When you are agreeing to go into marriage, you should know what you are signing up into. The relationship you are having before, we will still come to that in our next video. There's a deep mystery power in this law of marriage. And there's so much selfish reasons behind it. We'll call it selfish if you don't know, but if you know the genealogy of it, if you decide that you want to submit to this, to be a woman that have been brought under this law, to give birth to children, they're having dominion. You yield everything you want to be in this life. Then why will you go into the marriage and start to complain? You want equal rights. You want this. This and that. Did you find out what marriage, the genealogy of it is? It's a kind of a trick of a way that men demand to have, to give themselves a woman that belongs only them. So, well, guys, in our next video, we'll be looking at, now, did God agree for this law? Did God agree to give men the law and the power? The power of law of marriage, the rule of marriage. Did God give a man that go ahead? We'll look at that. So this is where we'll be ending this talk today. In our next video, just like, follow, and subscribe so that you can get notification for the next video. We will now look at that. And who are those who are supposed to go into marriage? We'll be looking at that. And what are your stand when you are in the marriage also? And what are your stand if you are not in the marriage also? Now, guys, today we'll be ending this today here. But for this I'm not against marriage, but I want you to understand what marriage is so that you can know what you're going into or what you're not going into, and how to manage and your position and what you have decided to sign in for, So, guys, also, I'm bringing this to you today, this Dr.Sofiahholistic. So I always give you simple, easy solution. This is, we call it Ewela, that is in Yoruba language. So this flower, you can see the flower on it also. There's a flower borders on it. If you can see properly, let me take it closer. Yes. So you can Google it. But if you have it, don't use that decoration in your place, your houses. So this, right, you can use this in a glass bottle. You pour honey on it. Yes, when you do that, get watermelon, dice the watermelon in the plate. Then this flour, you put honey, remember, in a glass cup, not anything rubber, glass jar or a cup. Then also get a glass cup of soya milk in a 2-glass cup. Now, if you are married and your marriage is having some issues, maybe the love, you want to renew the bond, the fused bond of love, the energy, this will energize the love, right? Get this between both of you. You hold hands when you put this on the table. Hold your both hands and you renew your love vows to each other, that you belong to each other. With this, you share to renew the energy of your love. That's no other, no other heart can merge with both of you hearts. Then you eat the watermelon. You drop the cup jar of this flour and this honey. Drop into the soya milk. You drink. The rest of the jar of the flour, put it in a bathtub of water or a bucket of water. Both of you and your husband and the wife will bathe with it. And that's voila, your love is renewed. Works magic than Kayamata.